Welcome, friends, to the Elder Health Channel. My name is Dr. John, and I want you to know that you are in a safe place where we discuss real problems that real men face, free from shame and judgment, and most importantly, with real solutions that work. I understand why you are here. You are coping with something that is eroding your self-esteem, your relationships, and your sense of masculinity. You may have tried those little blue pills, avoided intimacy entirely, or simply grown weary of feeling broken, frustrated, embarrassed, and questioning everything about yourself. Erectile dysfunction is more than just what happens in the bedroom. It's about feeling like your body has betrayed you and that you're not the man you once were. I see you and I understand that pain. You might be surprised to learn that 90% of men who suffer from erectile dysfunction inadvertently engage in one behavior every day that exacerbates their condition. What if the solution isn't another pill, another doctor's visit, or another expensive treatment, but something so simple, pharmaceutical industry doesn't want you to know about it? You see, there's a reason why ED rates have skyrocketed 300% in the last 2 decades, and it has nothing to do with aging and everything to do with how we live in this modern world. You didn't stumble upon this video by accident. There are coincidences in life. You're here because your body, your mind, and your spirit are ready for change. You're ready to reclaim what's rightfully yours today. I'm going to share with you the complete step-by-step system that has helped thousands of men just like you, men over 55 who thought their best days were behind them, get their erections back naturally, permanently, and without depending on pills for the rest of their lives. And at the very end of this video, I'm going to reveal my secret power smoothie recipe that works so well. Some of my patients call it nature's Viagra. Before we dive deep into this life-changing information, I want to connect with you personally. Tell me in the comments below, what city and state are you watching from? And be honest, how long have you been struggling with this challenge? Don't worry, you can use a fake name if you want, but I read every single comment. Knowing where my viewers are from helps me understand how widespread this issue really is. Your narrative counts, and you're not traveling this path alone. Let's begin by discussing the unpleasant fact that no one wants to discuss in the bedroom. Your brain, which is linked to your penis, is the most potent sex organ you own. When you're lying there sweating and your heart is racing, you're thinking, please work, please work, please work. Performance anxiety is like quicksand. The more you struggle, the deeper you sink. I want you to think of your erection as a shy animal that runs away. The more you chase it and hides, the more you demand it perform. However, when you create the right environment, it comes to you naturally. This isn't some new age nonsense. It's basic human physiology. Cortisol and other stress hormones literally shut off erections. This is your first mental reset technique, and I want you to try it tonight. Instead of concentrating on becoming erect, instead focus on feeling good about touching and kissing your partner, exploring their body with no anticipation of penetration. This is because your body believes you're in danger. Tonight is just about pleasure and connection. You tell yourself. Observe what occurs when the pressure is released. Comparison is the confidence killer that's ruining guys everywhere. And most of my patients are amazed when they achieve rock-hard erections, the moment they stop trying to force them. Stop it now. You're comparing your troubles to other men who seem to have it all figured out, comparing your real sex life to what you see in porn, and comparing your 55-year-old self to your... How long you last or how powerful your erection is doesn't define your value as a guy. You are just facing a problem with a solution, not broken or less. Allow me to share something that completely transformed one of my patients' lives. In 3 weeks, Robert was having the best sex of his 30-year marriage because he approached it with curiosity rather than fear. Your homework for this week is to practice what I call pressure-free intimacy. Robert came to me devastated, believing that his marriage was over because he couldn't perform. I taught him this simple reframe. My body is learning to respond again. Not I'm broken and need fixing, but I'm learning and growing. This is another game changer. Set aside 20 minutes 3 times a week to be intimate with your partner or yourself. There is no need for penetration or orgasm. Just explore, touch, breathe, and be present. If you get an erection, great. If not, great. You are rewiring your brain to associate intimacy with pleasure rather than performance pressure. The last piece of this mental reset is realizing that confidence isn't something you wait to feel. Rather, it's something you practice every morning. Look in the mirror and say, I am a sexual being. My body knows how to respond. I am worthy of pleasure and connection. I know this sounds crazy, but try saying, hey buddy, I know you're trying, we're gonna figure this out together. Your subconscious mind is always listening, and the way you talk to yourself about your sexuality becomes your reality. Although it may initially seem phony, your brain is unable to distinguish between what you are telling it and what is truly occurring. Your sexual confidence is being reprogrammed. We're finally addressing the underlying issue that's seriously undermining men's innate sexual response, one idea at a time. This may be the most significant section of the entire film. Your penis is suffering every day as a result of living in the most overstimulated generation in human history. Your brain's reward system is totally fried, and every time you watch porn, your brain releases a huge hit. You're exposed to more sexual imagery, intense stimulation, and artificial arousal than your great-grandfather saw in his lifetime. Of dopamine, the same substance implicated in cocaine addiction, but the worst part is, the fake intensity of porn cannot be matched by real sex with a real person. It's like attempting to eat a home-cooked dinner after years of just eating sweets. Your taste senses are so overpowered by the false sweetness that genuine food tastes uninteresting and bland. Michael, one of my patients, came to me totally perplexed. He could get rock-hard erections by watching porn, but when he was with his wife of 20 years, he had no response. He believed that there was a physical issue with him, but in reality artificial stimulation had taken over his brain. Genuine touch, genuine closeness, and genuine connection. None of it was able to produce the same dopamine surge that his brain had been accustomed to. Research indicates that men who regularly view porn are 300% more likely to develop erectile dysfunction with actual partners. This is something that the porn business does not want you to know. Porn teaches your brain that sex should be visually intense, ever-changing, and entirely focused on your pleasure, which is why real sex is slower, more intimate, more connected, and your overstimulated brain interprets that as boring. But it's not just porn, it's your phone buzzing every 5 minutes. It's scrolling through social media for hours, it's binge-watching Netflix until 2 a.m. It's living in a constant state of digital stimulation. Your nervous system never gets a chance to calm down, to reset, to remember what natural arousal actually feels like. You're like a car with the engine constantly revving. Eventually something's going to break down. Here's your digital detox protocol, and I want you to commit to this for the next 30 days. No screens for the first hour after you wake up, and the last hour before bed. That's it. Start there. During those screen-free hours, do something that connects you to your body. Stretch, breathe, take a shower, mindfully, or just sit in silence. You're teaching your brain that stimulation doesn't have to be constant. The hardest part for most men is giving up porn, but here's the truth. Nobody tells you the first week is hell. The second week is challenging. But by week 3, something magical happens. You start noticing things you haven't noticed in years. The way your partner's hair smells, the softness of their skin, the sound of their breathing. Your sensitivity returns, and suddenly real intimacy becomes incredibly arousing again. Instead of swiping through your phone, substitute authentic sensory experiences for the manufactured stimulus. Instead of binge-watching porn, spend time touching your lover and have genuine discussions. Go outside and enjoy the sun on your skin. Reconnecting with your true sexual self, the one who existed before screens took over your life, is more than simply detoxing from digital overstimulation. Let's discuss what's actually going on within your body when you're unable to achieve an erection. Your penis is essentially a balloon filled with blood rather than a muscle. When you become aroused, your arteries widen and blood floods in, while the veins that typically discharge compression of the blood. Although it's a lovely hydraulic system, the issue is that if your cardiovascular system is weak, your erections will suffer first. Your penis will look like. When you can't get hard, your body is actually giving you an early warning system. Hey, we need to pay attention to blood flow. This isn't just about sex. This is about your life. The canary in the coal mine for your heart health is this. Your penis contains some of the smallest blood vessels in your entire body. If you have circulation issues, they will manifest in your erections 3 to 5 years before they manifest in your heart. I want you to know something that may surprise you. Most men over 55 who believe they have erectile dysfunction actually have circulation dysfunction. The good news is that with the correct approach, circulation can be greatly improved. I've seen men in their 70s get better erections than they did at 50. The simplest exercise that works better than most medications is walking for 30 minutes a day. The key is to walk like you mean it. Swing your arms, breathe deeply, and get your heart pumping. By doing this, you're literally forcing blood through those tiny vessels in your penis, keeping them flexible and healthy. One of my patients, the second game changer, is something called pelvic floor exercises. But forget everything you think you know about them. Most men do them incorrectly, so here's the proper approach. Frank went from having total ED to having morning erections again simply by walking his dog twice a day instead of one. Do this 10 times, 3 times a day, to strengthen the muscles that help trap blood in your penis during an erection. It's similar to doing bicep curls for your erection. Imagine that you're trying to stop urinating midstream, then lift that entire area up and hold it for 5 seconds, then completely relax for 5 seconds. When you get deep sleep, your body produces growth hormone and testosterone, which are both necessary for healthy erection. However, most men are unaware that you actually get 3 to 5 erections every night during a REM sleep. These nocturnal erections are your body's way of exercising your penis, keeping the tissues oxygenated and healthy. If you're not getting enough good sleep, you're missing this important maintenance cycle. Chronic stress causes your body to create cortisol, which directly inhibits the production of testosterone and narrows blood vessels. Stress is the quiet erection killer that no one discusses. I teach my patients a basic breathing technique called 47-2-8 deadline, which is similar to trying to fill a balloon while someone is squeezing the opening. By doing this 4 times before an intimate encounter, you are literally shifting your nervous system from fight or flight to rest and digest. This is the protocol for your physical foundation. Spend 5 minutes each morning deep breathing, perform 10 pelvic floor exercises, and make a commitment to exercising your body for at least. Do 5 extra minutes of breathing and 10 more pelvic exercises every night for at least half an hour that day. After 2 weeks, you'll notice an increase in sensitivity, enhanced energy levels, and better morning erections. Your body wants to function properly. All it needs is the correct environment. Your kitchen, not your bedroom, is where your erection begins. Everything you put in your mouth either promotes or inhibits normal blood flow and hormone production. The typical American diet is essentially made to destroy your sexual function, and the food business doesn't want you to realize how simple it is to undo the harm. Most men are unknowingly eating away at their erections, meal by meal, day by day. First, let's talk about the foods that are actually taking away your manhood. 1 can of soda contains enough sugar to impair circulation for up to 6 hours. Consider that the next time you reach for that afternoon Coke. Processed foods are the second erection killer because of all those preservatives. Sugar is the public enemy number 1 because it causes your blood vessels to become inflamed and less flexible. Imagine trying to blow up a balloon that has been sitting in the sun for too long. It's stiff, brittle, and doesn't expand properly. In addition to being detrimental to your general health, artificial coloring and chemicals are particularly harmful to your sexual performance. The chemical your body utilizes to expand blood vessels for erections, nitric oxide, is actually inhibited by nitrates found in processed meats. Every time you eat a hot dog or deli sandwich, you're actually consuming anti-agra, Now let's discuss the foods that will improve your sexual health. Dark leafy greens such as spinach, kale and arugula are rich in nitrates, which your body uses to produce nitric oxide. I advise my patients to consider these greens to be a natural kind of Viagra. One patient, Tony, began eating a large salad for lunch every day, and within 3 weeks he was waking up with erections that he hadn't had in 5 years. Citrine, an amino acid found in watermelon, is instantly converted by the body into arginine, which is subsequently transformed into nitric oxide. It functions similarly to a natural erection aid, but the secret that most people are unaware of is that the white portion of the rind, not the red flesh, contains the highest concentration of citrulline. Combine the two and you have a potent circulation enhancer. Dark chocolate, by which I mean at least 70% true dark chocolate. The secret is to eat just 1 little square of cacao after dinner. This will give your body a targeted dose of circulation-supporting ingredients, not a whole bar. Cacao includes flavonoids that increase blood flow and reduce inflammation. One of my patients refers to the dark chocolate he eats every night as his dessert medication. When your body is working hard to digest food, blood flow is diverted from your penis to your digestive system. This is similar to trying to fill 2 bathtubs with 1 faucet. There is not enough pressure for both light meals. Therefore, timing your meals is just as important as what you eat. Never eat a heavy meal within 3 hours of intimate time. Strategic scheduling and an abundance of water might mean the difference between success and frustration. This is going to surprise you. One of the most frequent reasons of erectile dysfunction is dehydration, particularly in men over 40. Dehydration makes your blood thick and slow, like attempting to pump honey through a straw. The majority of guys are unaware that they suffer from chronic dehydration. Drink 90 ounces of water per day, or half your body weight in ounces if you weigh 180 pounds. Your erections will appreciate it. The last element of the nutrition jigsaw is realizing that your diet has a direct impact on your testosterone levels. The building blocks for the creation of hormones are found in healthy fats found in avocados, almonds, and olive oil. Zinc from oysters and pumpkin seeds promotes the production of testosterone. Sunlight and fatty fish provide vitamin D, which balances hormones. We're getting to the core of things now. The precise, step-by-step method that has helped thousands of men regain their sexual confidence. This isn't just theory anymore, it's your daily recovery roadmap. You're not just eating for energy, you're eating to maximize your sexual hormones naturally. After years of working with men just like you, I've perfected this process, and when followed consistently, it works. The important thing is that consistency always outperforms perfection. Every morning before you check your phone or consider your troubles, perform the Step 1 morning reset ritual. Rewire your brain to view your body as an ally rather than an enemy by spending 5 minutes interacting with it. Stand naked in front of the mirror and express thanks for what your body can achieve. Touch your arms, legs, and chest with appreciation rather than sexually. Step 2. The circulation boost may seem easy, but it's profound. Do 2 minutes of jumping jacks or marching in place to start your blood flowing, followed by 10 deep squats. Consider it priming the pump as you are actually pushing blood throughout your entire body, including your pelvis. Good circulation is essential for your penis throughout the day, not just when you want to use it. The goal is to pause whatever you're doing and take 10 deep breaths 3 times a day, in the morning, afternoon, and evening. This is step 3 of the mindful breathing check-in. Inhale into your abdomen rather than your chest. Step 4. The pelvic power session. Place 1 hand on your chest and 1 on your belly. The belly hand should move more than the chest hand, activating the parasympathetic nervous system, which regulates sexual function. Do your pelvic floor exercises twice a day, morning and evening, but do them differently than most men do. 10 seconds of total relaxation after 5 seconds of contraction. Most men simply concentrate on the squeeze and question and they're not seeing results. But the relaxation phase is equally as crucial as the contraction, since you're teaching these muscles to engage and release correctly. Step 5. Use smart movement to move your body for at least half an hour each day, but make it fun. Dance to music, take a walk in the outdoors, play with your dog, or work in your garden. The purpose of exercise is not to punish yourself,
but to appreciate what your body is capable of. When you like movement, you release endorphins, which naturally raise testosterone and elevate your mood. Step 6 is to track your hydration. Drinking a full glass of water first thing in the morning and then continuously throughout the day is monotonous, but it's important. If your urine is pale yellow by the afternoon, it indicates that you're dehydrated, and dehydration kills erections more quickly than virtually anything else. Set reminders on your phone to turn off all screens an hour before bed if you have to. Step 7 evening window. This is a must. Alternatively, do something that helps you connect with your body or your relationship. Take a warm shower or do some light stretching. Engage in meaningful discourse or cultivate thankfulness. Step 8. Weekly progress check. Every Sunday, honestly evaluate your week. Did you follow the protocol? What went well? What was difficult? Preparing your nervous system for deep restorative sleep when your body generates testosterone and heals itself. Keep note of your morning erections by writing it down. Your degree of vitality. Step 9 is the patience practice. If you're paying attention, you're not just wishing for better in your mood, you're systematically producing it. Progress isn't always linear, but it's always measurable. For most men, this is the most difficult step. Give this procedure a minimum of 30 days before evaluating the outcome. Even though you can't see results right away, trust the process. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Your body has been dealing with these problems for months or years, and it needs time to heal and rebalance. Every day you follow this system, making deposits in your sexual health bank account. Unlike pharmaceutical remedies, this natural cocktail, which I call the power smoothie, and which some of my patients have dubbed nature's Viagra, has improved the sex lives of hundreds of my patients while also improving your general health. The best part is that you most likely already have most of these ingredients in your kitchen. The base of this smoothie is watermelon, specifically 2 cups of fresh watermelon with some of the white rind. Remember what I said about citrus? Watermelon is full of it, especially in that white part that most people discard. In your body, citrulline is converted to arginine, which then becomes nitric oxide, the same substance that Viagra helps your body produce. This is where it gets interesting. After drinking this smoothie, one patient told me he could literally feel the difference in his energy and blood flow within 30 minutes. You're getting the same effect, but naturally and without any negative side effects. Next, add 1 cup of fresh spinach. I know you're thinking this is going to taste awful, but trust me, the watermelon completely covers the taste of the spinach. Add pomegranate juice, half a cup. Studies have shown that men who regularly drink pomegranate juice have significantly better erectile function than those who don't. But avoid purchasing the sugary stuff from the store and instead get pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice. Pomegranates contain strong antioxidants called anthocyanins that protect your blood vessels from damage and improve their flexibility. Think of them as armor for your circulation system. The key component that most people are unaware of is add half a small raw beet to your smoothie. Beets are great for your circulation because they are packed with nitrates, even more than spinach. Since your penis is essentially a blood flow dependent muscle, you can figure out the flavor enhancers that are also nutrient dense. Some athletes utilize beet juice to boost their performance since it enhances blood flow and oxygen supply to muscles. For added natural sweetness and potassium, which lowers blood pressure, add half a banana. Add a spoonful of raw honey, not only for flavor but also because honey contains boron, a mineral that improves the way your body uses testosterone. Here is the timing trick that makes all the difference. Squeeze in some fresh lemon juice for vitamin C, which improves your body's absorption of all these nutrients. Your body will absorb these nutrients quickly and effectively if you drink this smoothie first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, at least half an hour before eating anything else. A lower amount is also consumed by some of my patients 2 hours prior to intimate time. The effects start to manifest 30 to 60 minutes beforehand and last for several hours. When making this smoothie, concentrate on your goal. You're not just mixing fruit and veggies, you're making medication for your body. Imagine better circulation, more energy, and restored confidence. The preparation process is just as vital as the component. You've covered a lot of ground today, and I want you to grasp something profound. You now know more about natural erectile recovery than 95% of men will ever know, but knowledge without action is just entertainment. Your mindset amplifies the physical effects of what you're consuming. Blend everything until it's completely smooth, then drink it slowly, mindfully, and with gratitude for your body's ability to heal and respond. The difference between men who change their sexual lives and those who remain stuck is simple. The successful ones take what they've learned and put it into practice starting today. Your erection issues didn't appear overnight, and they won't go away overnight, but you can definitely regain your sexual confidence and vitality by applying these principles consistently. Keep in mind that this isn't about going back to your 25-year-old self. Rather, it's about becoming the best version of yourself at whatever age you are right now. Your body wants to function properly. All it needs is the right condition. I'd like to know which of these strategies most resonated with you. Will you start with the mental reset, the power smoothie, or the digital detox? Share your commitment with this community, because you're much more likely to follow through when you make your intentions known. If this video has given you hope or shown you the way forward, please hit the like button and forward it to any men in your life who might be dealing with this issue in private. Since we're only getting started, please subscribe to the Elder Health channel. I have a ton more to share with you about living your best life after 50 and natural health and vitality. Always remember the truth, the elderly